cross-country flights are zero amounts of fun. Supposed to have some up-tempo marathon miles, about 7 marathon miles, but I am not 100% sure how these are gonna go because I forgot how hot it is out here in Florida. Not gonna be afraid to pull the plug on this one pretty quickly.
All right, I am 1.5 miles into this warm-up. Supposed to have 7 marathon pace miles. Am I gonna give it a go? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen? No. And yeah, that is a pretty defeated attitude before the workout even starts, but I'm not sure my body is willing to take this beating in this humidity, because just even this 2-mile warm-up right now is way harder. Not even after the first mile of marathon pace, and I'm barely around 6:30. So I'm gonna finish out this mile and then most likely pull the plug, because my heart rate is at 170. I just don't think this is a good decision, so it's gonna turn into a 14-mile jog here. All right, I'm done after a mile. I have yet to pull the plug on any of these workouts during this training block, but I had fully anticipated this week being my hardest week of training during this entire marathon block, not because of how hard the workouts are, but the West Coast to East Coast work trip, having to get these done at about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning my time, and then just not being ready for Florida humidity. So all good. Let's just get these miles in before spending the day at the work meetings. Hopefully I find a 7-Eleven soon to be able to get some Gatorade or something like that. It is insane out here. I don't know how all you Florida people do this.
Brutal. Day 2 of running in wonderful Orlando, Florida, and I say wonderful very, very facetiously because it's not my favorite place in the world. This week is a big week of work, hence why 4:45, about ready to head out of my hotel, which is 1:45 my time, and then work starts at 6:30. So early morning runs, get out there, and what I like to call the hotel traps here, where I've got about 3/4 of a mile on one of the highways before I can find anywhere that allows me to go get on the sidewalk. So love Orlando.
Hi. I just had the most unfortunate series of events. Finally, after picking myself up off the floor, I just rolled my ankle pretty darn bad, as far away from the hotel as I possibly can be with no cell phone. So, trying to hobble my way back to the hotel, which is almost 5 miles, and I'm not sure how bad this one's gonna be, but at least I'm able to jog, so it can't be like too bad of a grade 2, but wow, humidity, super bad effort. Now rolling my ankle because of the Orlando sidewalks being buckled and curbed, and trying to avoid a frog that jumped out of the bush. Hopefully this isn't too bad. Get in an ice bucket. the work meetings. Frustrating again. This is running. That is not the crack in the hole in the sidewalk, but it looked a lot like that. It was not visible. For those that have rolled their ankles, they know if you keep moving, it feels way better than if you just sit there and don't do anything. Yeah, is that the fastest way to heal? No. Does it make feel better in the short term? Yeah, so probably gonna have to make some adjustments to the workouts over the next 3 or 4 days, but at least there isn't like a noticeable limp now. So just got back to the hotel, kind of loosened up a little bit less fear, but still doesn't feel great. So reconvene in the morning. Just got back to my hotel room to take off the sock and see what the ankle looks like. Swollen, a little bruised, but that's why I fill it up in the hotel, straight into the ice bucket.
Are you ready?
No, I'm getting ready to go run.
Are you gonna be sweaty when you run?
Yeah, I'll get sweaty when I run. It's pretty warm outside.
Just got back from Orlando late last night. Ankle actually feels really good and swelling's way down. Iced it twice before bed last night, and then have not iced it today, but swelling is way down. So gonna give it a go on the full 19, nothing crazy, just like a steady effort today. And doing a little later is we had some family time this morning since I was gone for so long. My motivation to run, 0. So threw in a headphone to be able to listen to some music and get me motivated as I squeeze through my community gate here and try to get this 19 on the road. All right, motivation 0, miles 19. Here we go. I'm only 4.5 in, but foot feels great. Like I'm shockingly okay with some of this leg turnover after such a long week of work and a long travel day yesterday. So I'm trying to make sure we stay steady and this week out on a positive note, because I was basically chewing the air in Orlando. Now I'm back here in California, and man, although it's sunny, it is so awesome to be back running here in this wonderful weather. All right, let's see. I mean, I feel great now, but I also have 14 more miles, so let's see if it maintains itself through the end of this run. More skunk roadkill. Boo! Nasty. Good thing there's no smell vision on YouTube. That is gross. Just hit 18. 1 mile cool down. Back to the house. That was a good one. Even though I wanted nothing to do with getting those 19 miles in, I am so happy I did. That was actually a really solid workout. We got 19.27 and 2:11:45, so 6:50 pace. Probably close to 1,500 feet of climbing. Let me see. Yeah, just under 1,490. So good work. Let's see if the family's still napping or not, because this is my first midday run in quite a long time. End of the week, 75 miles this week. Whew.